Hey guys, what's up? Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing good, thank you. Quick introduction. My name is Vocal, a European player, very experienced, been in the scene for a long time. I have multiple top 13s in major online tournaments as well as LANs and multiple top 8s in popular community tournaments. And even when I've been focusing on my stream, check it out by the way, mostly I've been able to keep up by beating pro players in tournament and placing the same as some of them. So yeah, I got some credentials, I'd say. Anyways, I'm going to be giving you guys a few tips today on how you can improve at the game and just maximize your practice overall. So some of these tips I'm actually pretty sure you haven't heard before. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, let's get right into it. So the first tip I want to show you guys, or I want to tell you guys about, this is a big advice that I have for people who are trying to get better at the game and just maximize their practice especially, is that, and some people have issues doing this in ranked, and that is, instead of trying to win, you should try to play good. So what do I mean by that? Someone who is trying to win in ranked, for example, would not go for a confirm off stage. Let's say I hit him off stage. He has one confirm. He has one option. He has only his dodge left, right? And you know that he only has his dodge left, and you know you can just grump on him to death and he's dead. But in your head you're kind of scared. You're thinking like, oh, but if I miss this, it's gonna reverse it on me. So you don't put yourselves in those situations to get better, to experiment. That's what I mean with trying to win. And a lot of people have that issue in rank because they don't want to lose the elo. So instead what you should do is experiment. You have to put yourselves in positions, in uncomfortable positions, to get better and get comfortable with them. Put yourselves outside of your comfort zone, basically. If you're having mental issues doing this in ranked because it's like elo on the line or whatever, or match history, whatever it could be, a good idea is to do this in custom games, with a friend, or just against a good player, or experimental, or on a smurf. Something that allows you to go for those things. You gotta hit those confirms, man. You gotta try to play good. Trying to play good and experimenting, that's the way you're gonna get good. Okay guys, so the second tip I have for you kind of correlates a bit with the first one, and that is, try to play against people that are better than you. Playing against better players are gonna automatically force you to adapt, force you to do something different. It's gonna help you level up. Spar, if you have the ability to spar someone that's better than you, 100% go for it. If you queue someone that's better than you in ranked, don't let your ego get in the way. Don't be afraid to rematch. Don't think about the elo. Rematch and get the experience and get the practice. So yeah, if you have the ability to like get someone to spar you that's better than you, that's a really good way of with everything in life. Doing something with someone that's better than you is gonna help you level up. So yeah, that would be my second tip. Okay guys, so I know I'm not really playing or doing anything in this training mode right now, but I'll get to that later. My third tip is actually an IRL thing as well, and that's to make sure you drink enough water, especially during the summer right now. But in terms of how it's gonna benefit you in Brawlhalla, is that your brain's performance and function relies a lot on your hydration. Even like a mild hydration can massively affect your brain activity. Fluid loss has been connected to less activities in the brain. It's also believed to increase anxiety and affect your mood, which can correlate to tilting in brawl, being scared of a rank, things like that. I'm just talking from a Brawlhalla perspective. But yeah, maintaining a good hydration is essential for your brain health and activity, so definitely make sure you guys drink enough water. This next tip is kind of just a quick warm-up tip on how you can warm up for tournament, for example, or if you're gonna spar a friend or you're gonna go into a ranked session, and that is something you can do in training mode. So what I like to do, for example, with sword, is that I like to make sure that I hit every true combo on the weapon or the weapons of the character that I'm gonna play 5 times in a row. So for example, it would be down there 5 times. So let's do this 5 times. So there we go, and then you obviously have down like side there 5 times. I don't need to do it 5 times, you guys get the gist of it. You have down like nair, you have down like recovery. You guys get the idea. And then if I was to play Sir Roland, for example, it would be this, for example, right? It would be side light nair, it would be side light down there. Oh, I can't input. You guys get the gist of it. So yeah, and also just make sure you practice your fast fall. Just make sure you have this input, so you don't do this, for example, in the game. Make sure your warm-ups are make sure your movement is warmed up, so that you can implement all of these tools to your advantage, and you don't really feel so you don't really you don't feel flustered when you're in high pressure situations, for example. So yeah, warming up is really important. And yeah, you can do that with the weapons, the combos, and the Jew combos, and then just practicing your fast falling, jump fast fall like this, learning how to control your movements and things like that. Maybe do a couple of dashes, get everything going, so you'll be warmed up when you go into an actual game. Alright guys, the next tip I have for you guys is, this is towards lower elo players, I'd say, mostly, who are trying to really get into the game and especially develop your fundamentals, and that is stick to one character. What happens if you try and play too many different characters is you're gonna stretch yourself too thin. You're gonna play maybe Hattori, who has sword and spear, and then you need to keep track of her combos and her sigs, but you're also playing Reno with blasters and Orb, and then you have to keep track of his things. So you're gonna have to learn a lot of things, and it's your development and your progress is gonna be like it's gonna be a hindrance to it. But if you stick to one character, like a Tori for example, then, and you really develop that character, your progress is gonna be more steady and consistent, and your fundamentals are gonna be developed to the point where you can take everything that you have with Hattori over to other characters and other weapons, because your fundamentals are so defined. So yeah, that's a tip I have for you newer players, or just plats. I would say plats, honestly, who are just trying to get to diamond. Honestly, I would say plats who are trying to get to diamond. Stick to one character. Yeah. Alright guys, so this next thing I wanna teach you guys and talk to you about is the difference between soft reads and hard reads, and when to use which one. So a soft read is going for an option after a true combo, for example, or just an attack that covers multiple dodges and is kind of safe. So I'll use Axe as an example. So let's put the bot to dodging randomly, right? So Sidelight Nair is true on Axe, and then if I do Sidelight Nair ground pound, I can hit him. So I hit him there. So I can hit him with this combo even though I don't know where he's gonna dodge, because it covers multiple dodges. So you can do this. It's not usually pretty safe, and you can do this to kind of get an idea of where he likes to dodge. Now a hard read would be me reading him dodging a specific dodge, like a specific way. So if I notice that he likes to dodge in a lot, then I could go for this, turn around, Sidelight Nair, instead of going for the ground pound. So right here what I'm doing, the turn around Sidelight Nair, my intention with that is to strictly punish him dodging in. The issue is though that while the reward is there, it's also kind of risky, because as you can see, I'm using my gravity cancel, right? I'm using my gravity cancel, and if he dodges in a specific way, or with other hard reads and other weapons, you can get punished pretty easily for doing hard reads. So I'll be careful on when to do them, especially like if you're red and you do specific hard reads. You can get really punished for it if you're not sure they're gonna dodge that way. So it's a high risk, high reward type of thing, but you can figure out when to use them, and which situations to use them in. This next thing I want to talk to you guys about is another IRL thing, and that is to get enough sleep. Now, if you are not prioritizing your sleep or caring about the quality of your sleep, then at least let Brawlhalla be your motivation for it, if anything, because your sleep affects everything in your life, all aspects of your life. But just like the water thing, sleeping, having a good good amount of sleep and good quality sleep is really essential for brain activity, being able to focus, especially on tournament days. So yeah, get enough. Make sure you guys don't just throw your sleep around, and prioritize getting good sleep, and that's definitely a small thing that's gonna benefit you in Brawlhalla as well as in other aspects in life, of course. But we're talking Brawlhalla here, so yeah. All right, the last thing I'm gonna go through is stage control and how to utilize it. When you have your opponent on the end of the map right here, on the edge of the map, and you are here, a lot of people play way too scared. They like to disengage, or they like to I don't know, try to go over here and just give up all stage control. When you are in the middle here, honestly, and you have your opponent on the edge here, there's nowhere you need to go except for either up, in place, or forward. If someone is being passive, right? If someone is being passive, this also comes into play with stage control, because you can get stage control really easy against passive players. If someone is passive, it's usually pretty easy to scare them. So me just walking towards him like this is gonna make him spot dodge maybe. I've done this with players a lot of times. Me walking towards him like this, he's scared. He's either gonna jump, spot dodge, or something. It's very rarely he's just... People who are passive, it's very rarely they're just gonna run at you and just be confident in these situations. So what you can do is you can chill a bit, go towards him, see how he reacts. Maybe he spot dodges, bam, free punish. Now he has to dodge, obviously. Free punish, whatever. Or maybe he jumps. Oh, okay, then I can Sair him, or I can go up and downlight him. But basically using stage control to pressure them, and don't give it away easily, guys. This also goes hand in hand with the first tip I give you about trying to play good instead of trying to win. A lot of people who try to win in ranked would still parry here, would still dash to the other side of the map, because they will only attack if the enemy throws out something first. But here you have a clear advantage. But because they're so uncomfortable in this situation, they just dash back and they give up the advantage, right? But here, put yourself in these situations, even if you're not used to this, even if you're not comfortable, or like you feel like you know exactly what to do. Look how he's going to react. How is he going to react? He's the one that's pressured here. If you feel scared, how do you think he's feeling? Go towards him, see how he reacts. A lot of the times maybe he'll just do like a bad movement or a random dodge. Bam, punish. Like stuff like that. So don't give up stage control, guys, and put yourself in positions where that you aren't comfortable with. Alright guys, that's the tips I got for you today. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/vocally. I'm live every day. It's a good time, fun time, and also I've been doing some coaching on the side. I've been coaching a lot of people recently, and the results have been amazing. Clients have been really happy. So if you're interested to book a session with me, you can go to Team Neutralix down below, teamneutralix.com, and book a session with me there. And I'd love to help you out. And yeah, check me out. Hope to see you in my stream, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good one, guys. Peace.